Hey guys, Adrian here for DigitalDojos.com, and today I want to do a little bit of a tech news bit on a topic that's been really talked about lately in social media across the tech blogosphere, and I've even been writing up a couple articles on this myself, and that's all about Facebook and this little notification right here that you get on your phone when you open the messages portion of the Facebook app. It says, "We've moved over to Messenger." You'll still see new message notifications here, and it'll be easy to switch between Facebook and Messenger. Messenger is Facebook's IM application specifically for Facebook private messaging. It's been around for a while, but there's been this move and this migration that Facebook was saying that you're going to need the Messenger app. Eventually, they're going to force users to move over to the Messenger app. If you click on Learn More, it goes in a little bit of further explanation as far as why they're doing it, what's changing. All that's changing is they're moving the messaging portion outside of the Facebook official application here. And why it's changing is simply because they say that the Facebook messaging app is faster. It's 20% faster, as they quote here. And it has a couple of other features. You can make free calls, including international over Wi-Fi. You can use a camera in the Messenger app, send, they say, selfies, photos, and videos. So as far as the Messenger app goes, it is fully featured. It has more features. It does a lot more. I understand that. There's a lot of controversy going on with this thing right now, and you can further see that by going to the App Store. If you go to the App Store right now, go into the top charts. Facebook Messenger is number one. It is in the top charts because it's obviously gotten a ton of downloads over this last week. But it has a 1-star rating. It is literally the top free app right now with a 1-star rating, and that's because a lot of people are pissed off. A lot of people are disgruntled, upset. A lot of people do not like friction. That's what it comes down to. People do not like friction. They don't like being forced to install something. They don't like being forced to use something that they never want to use in the first place. Myself included. Now I'm going to play devil's advocate here because I understand, yes, the messaging app, it's faster. It probably has a better interface. I don't use it, but I've seen it. It has a better interface. It has more features and functionality. You can send rich media over the messaging app. So I understand why it is better for users to use this, but I don't understand why they didn't just integrate this into the official Facebook app rather than having two separate apps. I can see at the same time it's kind of confusing to have two separate things, having Facebook Messenger and the app and having the Messenger app, but I really feel like that makes more sense than rather than having two separate apps now. Like, people need to have the Messenger app and the Facebook app, because if you have the Facebook app, all you can see is when you have a new message, but you can't reply to it. You just get the notification. It's like saying Twitter, if you had a Twitter notification, somebody reply to you, you get that notification, but to check it out and reply to it, you have to download this other app called Mentions, for example. Like, that's how it would be if Twitter did that. And speaking of Twitter, if you just want to kind of gauge the how much people are upset, if you type in Facebook Messenger on Twitter, there's tweets coming in and out talking about Facebook Messenger. I'm just going to read a couple here. But what if I don't want Facebook Messenger? Facebook, everyone delete the Facebook Messenger app. Retweet. I hope whoever designed a new Facebook Messenger app is the next person to die on Game of Thrones. Can't tell how many complaints have gotten over from family and friends about being forced to switch to Facebook Messenger. That's just like the top 5 tweets I'm reading right now. Just to give you an idea, again, of how much people are retaliating against this. I mean, this isn't the first time people have been upset with something like of this nature, but you're definitely seeing waves and waves of people, and you're seeing the feedback this time. You know, people have been upset when Facebook has made changes to newsfeed or whatever. And yes, at the end of the day, you have to deal with it. As much as that kind of sucks to say that, if you want the messaging portion of Facebook, you have to download the Messenger app at the end of the day. But you've never seen this kind of this retaliation, this feedback in such droves where it's the number one app. It has 1-star rating. You're seeing all these tweets. It's definitely bad. You know, it is definitely bad feedback from a lot of people and retaliation. So it's really interesting. Again, at the end of the day, you're gonna have to get a Messenger app if you want the messaging portion. But it is just a really big thing going on in the social media space right now, and a really interesting move by Facebook to do this kind of forcing it down for the users. And on top of all of this, there's a lot of privacy concerns above that, because the Messenger app requires a lot of permissions. It requires permissions to your calendar, your contacts. It requires a lot of information. For a company like Facebook, which isn't popularly known for its privacy, rights, and if you want to call it that, this only adds on to the fire. It's like throwing more fuel on the fire. So you're definitely going to be seeing a lot of Facebook posts this week. You're going to see a lot of articles talking about this and opinion pieces. I just kind of wanted to drop my 2 cents on it. Love to hear what you guys think. What are your comments? What are your thoughts? Drop down in the comments below. Are you going to download the Messenger app? Do you even use Facebook? I don't know. Leave it all down there below, and I will have some more articles and coverage coming up at DigitalDojos.com. Thanks a lot for watching.